The UK will introduce a new visa at the end of January that will give 5.4 million Hong Kong residents, a staggering 70% of the territory's population, the right to come and live in the UK.
Here's a summary of the article.
The UK will introduce a new visa at the end of January that will give 5.4 million Hong Kong residents, a staggering 70% of the territory's population, the right to come and live in the UK, and eventually become citizens. For Mr. Lee, Britain provides the kind of society, the rule of law, freedom of speech, democratic elections, that he longed for in Hong Kong. Mrs. Wong said she wanted her children to be able to say what they wanted at school, not like in Hong Kong, where they had to be careful. Britain has allowed Hong Kong residents like Mr. Lee and his family to move to the UK even before the new visa comes into force. The family are excited about their new life, but others have arrived with less of a sense of starting something good as fleeing something bad. One person who did not want to be identified came to Britain recently after taking part in pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong in 2019. Regardless of how many apply, the British government said it had no choice but to offer Hong Kong people an escape route. In the end, the number of Hong Kong residents emigrating to Britain might depend on how much more Beijing decides to squeeze.
This post received a score of 120,000, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
For those wondering, this is for British overseas nationals. Yes, that's right, a significant portion of Hong Kongers have a type of British nationality, and it's them and their kids and spouses who will be allowed to come to the UK. These people are also entitled to British passports, they always have been. Which is kind of a joke because the passport doesn't give you right to live in the UK.
Yeah, because China heavily pressured the British to curtail its benefits in the negotiations. It still gives you the right to visa-free travel to the UK, to vote in the UK if you are a resident, and provides an easier path to citizenship. And that's not getting into the benefits extended as a result of this policy now.
Is that why when Portugal offered full citizenship to residents of Macau, the UK pressured them not to, because it would make themselves look bad for offering third-class nationality instead of full citizenship?
IIRC Beijing threatened to invading Hong Kong, not the UK. I wasn't being clear enough. If Britain offered anything more, they wanted the Hong Kongese and their capital to stay after 1997. This was part of the pre-handover negotiations, and was also why the Basic Law, their mini-constitution that's basically been trampled into nothingness now, was formulated in China by a provisional legislative council and not in Hong Kong by their actual legislative council. I don't have a source at hand, so I'll have to dig it up.
Actually, there were at least 2 times that China threatened to invade HK. The first was when Britain proposed to carry out democratic reforms in HK in the 1950s, 60s. The second time was when Britain considered not handing HK over completely to China in the 1980s. The issue of British nationality, as far as I can see, was not one of these reasons.
The Chinese belief that the benefits of a liberal economic system can be had without a liberal political system seems to me false in the long term. Well, she sure got that one wrong.
Greater than I had completely changed my mind about the chances of democracy in China. Before flying to Beijing, I had naively presumed that the place was not just exhibiting hysterical economic growth, but was about to enter a ferment of political change. I had assumed that Tony Blair was right when, in 2005, he went there and announced that the 1.3 billion Chinese were on an unstoppable march towards multi-party politics. I now know that he was talking twaddle, and, what is more, that his Foreign Office advisers knew it. Boris Johnson of all people back in 2006.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.